Nick Pivetta signs. This one's super unique. Toddfather, would you have taken this deal if you're Nick Pivetta? Because you are dealing with the qualifying offer punishment, and it's a real punishment for players, especially someone like him. He turned down the qualifying offer, but he did end up getting himself a long-term deal at $55 million over 4 seasons. Here's the unique part. And yes, Robert Murray pointing out it's more than Pete Alonso's guarantee, although again, Pete's going to opt out as long as everything looks normal for him. Pivetta gets $4 million in 2025, and then his salary goes to $19 million in 2026, 14 in 27, 18 million in 2028. Would you have taken that contract?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, listen, I think he's a great pitcher. I don't know all the calculations about what he's worth, but I feel like that's a fair offer for him. He's a guy that's been around a long time. He's a veteran. He's going to help any ball club. I think the Padres did a really good thing here in picking up a really good pitcher. He's not one of those guys where, it's like, all right, Nick Pivetta's pitching, but he's not that, the Shohei Ohtani type, but he's still a dominant pitcher that'll go out there and give you all he's got. I think this is a really good deal for the Padres, and I think this is a really good deal for Nick to kind of solidify his career with 4 more years and kind of walk off into the sunset.
And there's a couple opt-outs in there just in case he pops off, because AJ, he's been a potential guy for a while, and he's still kind of a sabermetric darling. Big strikeout percentage. The stuff numbers, like stuff plus, are really high up. Not a huge walk rate, but the ERA is just always hanging around higher than it should be, right?
Well, you know why? Because he doesn't walk guys. He falls behind, and he throws, as Todd would say, a meatball right down the middle, and guys mash it. The whole key for Nick Pivetta is he's got to get ahead in the count. If he's ahead in the count, then his stuff plays. That's why sometimes I think when he went to the bullpen, was it last year he went to the bullpen for a bit and had an unbelievable success, and then they tried him back as a starter, right? So I think he goes in the bullpen, he changes his mindset. If he could take that mindset as a starter and to be like, I'm attacking from pitch one, which we all, everyone tells him, I'm sure, hey, Nick, you got to attack pitch one. But sometimes when you go into the bullpen, it just changes you. Hey, I don't have to try to save anything for 5 or 6 innings. I got 1 or 2 innings. Let's go. I don't know. I love this deal for him. I think it's a great move for the Padres. It solidifies, because one of their question marks was their starting rotation. We said it was Cease and Darvish. Musgrove's down. We're not sure after that, but now they at least can throw Pivetta in there. It's a great signing for the Padres.
Yeah, I think he's going to be really good. And just to clarify, 2023 is when he was bouncing around, right? And then 24, they put him back in there, and he was pretty good. I got to look at, the adjusted park numbers, but it was a low 4s ERA.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing for the Padres. I want to say this about the Padres. He's not made. What's he making this year? 4, right? 4. Is it $4 million first year?
4, yeah.
Yeah. Guess what? Who's having financial problems because they're in a lawsuit? The Padres, right? So this is a great deal for them. They're like, oh, we got a starting pitcher for $4 million. Oh, and we could have him for 3 more years. Yeah, we'll take that one any day of the week.
This wasn't an accident, right? They're like, hey, we're going to get you decent coin over a 2-year span, but you got to work with us on year 1, Kratz, because there's an ownership battle right now in courts. And really just overall, the Padres are just trying to keep their payroll in check a little bit, because it naturally went up based on current player salaries by about $30 million. They're a high payroll team, and yet they lose Profar. Who else? Who's the other big besides your boy Higashioka? Who else did they lose? Kim.
Tanner Scott. Tanner Scott.
And Tanner Scott. Thanks for your help, everyone. So they lost all of those guys, and then you put in Pivetta to that rotation, 5th starter spot. There's a good competition. If they do pivot here and not end up trading Cease or Michael King, it's a really good rotation.
And with Musgrove down for the rest of the year, with that injury sustained in the playoffs, yeah, good rotation. I mean, nobody's counting the Padres out, even before this deal. I just hope this deal isn't a prequel to them saying, okay, now we can dump Cease. I mean, they would definitely end up saving like $8 million then this year.
How much money it saves?
Well, I'm saying compared to adding Pivetta at $4 million this year, I think Cease is going to get like 12.7 or 13 million, something like that. So essentially, you're adding a pitcher that would save you $8 million if you're able to get rid of Cease. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like swap.
Yeah. They would save Right. They would save pretty good money there. Or as Ken Rosenthal said on Fair Territory, which you should definitely check out after our show, it already aired. Robert Suarez could be the one. And he said, they could put the bullpen back together easier than the rotation. I agree. I mean, really, you don't want to trade anyone, but it is what it is.
I actually think this makes it. I think it makes it more likely that he stays now because of this move.
Why?
For me, just because I think they got a starter on the cheap, and now they were looking for starters. They got one on the cheap for year one. He's a free agent at the end of the year. I think at least at the beginning of the year, I think it makes it more likely he stays.
More in a minute, but first, a quick word from our sponsor of this video.
Kratz, do you like spending an hour on grocery shopping?
Nope. Speed up the process, please.
Introducing Hungryroot to the FT fam.
Now we can all be bougie with our own personal shopper to handle the food shopping, including recs based on what you're looking to put in your body.
I stack my Hungryroot box with items like gluten-free, dairy-free, blueberry waffles for breakfast, shrimp veggie bowls for lunch, and a little filet mignon with potatoes and broccolini for dinner.
You can also say just, hey, Hungryroot, I eat paleo, or I'm vegetarian, and they load up your cart with personalized recommendations.
And those recs keep evolving as they learn about what you're into. Also, no BS, as in no artificial sweeteners or preservatives in any of Hungryroot's food. You're going to love Hungryroot as much as FT does. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/FT and use code FT. That's hungryroot.com/FT, code FT to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life.
And now back to the video.
So, Todd Father, if the Padres keep all of these guys and don't end up moving one of them because of the budget concerns, I mean, they might not be as good as last year, but they're pretty damn good. I mean, I probably entering the season have Dodgers, Diamondbacks, then Padres, but I just keep looking back at a team that wasn't scared of LA and has a lot of the same pieces in place.
Yeah, and this West Coast is interesting because, me included, I think the Dodgers are going to run away with it. You'd have to be silly not to think that, knowing who they just picked up and who they got in the offseason. And then the Padres. I mean, listen, Diamondbacks had that good year 2 years ago. Nice run, almost won the whole thing. They kind of fizzled at the end last year, and now, Padres, you said it, Scott. You said it like 18 different ways every different time. They're World Series champs if they don't lose, 2 games straight against the Dodgers. So, they just gotta. There's just something about them where it's just like they just don't finish, or there's something that always comes up with them. Whether it's a problem in the clubhouse or an injury or something, and it always just it's a fickle team. So. I love them. I do. I love them a lot. I just know where the Dodgers are at, and it's just the Dodgers versus everybody else. But I think the Padres have a really good ball club, and I think they're going to make some noise. It's just a matter of, what wild card spot they're going to get in, pretty much.
I scoffed at AJ Preller's comment when he was like, we need one more pitcher and we need 1 or 2 more bats. And I was like, yeah, right. No way. You had your chance. You missed out on it. Prove me wrong. He got his 1 pitcher. Now let's see. Will he go and get 1 or 2 more bats?
AJ, I was shocked when I saw Pivetta to the Padres. I was like, wait, what? I thought they're trying to cut payroll. And then I saw the structure of the deal, and I was like, super clever by Preller. I'm sure they tried that. My guess is a while ago, and he was like, shit, right. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking $5 million or $4 million, whatever I just said, bucks in the first year of that contract. But eventually it turned out to be the best offer and pretty good guaranteed money for him.
I agree. I think that this helps the Padres. No, I mean, let's not forget the Diamondbacks went out and got Corbin Burns and Josh Naylor and made some moves. So, I think it keeps them in the mix. Are they better than the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks right now on paper? Probably not. But AJ Preller, knowing him, he's probably not done. And, they lost a lot. Listen, they lost Tanner Scott. They lost Kim. They lost Profar. I mean, they lost a lot of dudes. And if Suarez is down, watch out. Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.